are way too many brands out there, guys. How do we decide what swimsuit to buy? Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, it's David here again from Dual Aquatics. Today we're going to be talking about all things swimming, but specifically competitive swimming and swim-related apparel. But first, a little bit about me.
A swimmer throughout my youth, I had more enthusiasm than speed until my junior year in high school when I joined a year-round swim club. My career took off. I ended up living my dream as an NC2A Division I athlete at the University of Washington. During that time, I had some truly amazing experiences, swimming in the Pac-10, now the Pac-12 conference.
Now I'm more focused on fitness training over competitive swimming, but I'm still a huge swim fan. I'm also the owner of Dual Aquatics, a startup swimwear brand focused on serving competitive swimmers everywhere by delivering high performance through quality products. We're going to do another swimsuit review today, but before we do that, I want to talk about one of the world's greatest swimmers. It's time for Swimmer Spotlight. In the world of swimming, there are stars and then there's Gretchen Walsh. From her early days as a talented age group swimmer, all the way to her record-breaking performances on the NC2A Division I stage, Gretchen has captivated audiences with her sheer skill and speed. Born into a family of swimmers, Gretchen's journey began at a young age. At just 13 years old, she qualified for Olympic trials. But it wasn't until she stepped onto the collegiate scene that Gretchen really began to shine. Representing the University of Virginia, she became a force in NC2A Division I swimming, breaking records and winning titles with unprecedented speed. Personally, I'm still trying to wrap my head around her 50 free split in the 200 free relay at the NC2A Division I finals this year. On the second night of competition, she touched the wall as the second leg of the 200 free relay squad for UVA with a 19.95, making Gretchen the first female swimmer to ever go below 20 points in history. But Gretchen hasn't just been confined to the collegiate pool. She also shined on the international stage at the 2023 Worlds. With her amazing performances already in 2024, it's no wonder she has her sights set on Paris. But there's been speculation if she can deliver the same caliber of performance in an Olympic setting. Remarkably, many consider NC2A Division I 25-yard short course swimming to be bathtub swimming because the pools are so much shorter than the 50-meter pools at the Olympics. The theory is that for NC2A Division I swimming, the pool being so much shorter, those who are great at turns and walls can spend up to 65% of each race doing dolphin kick underwater. Compared to a long course pool, you can spend only 30% of each race underwater doing dolphin kick, because the rule is you have to come up out of the water at 15 meters. So there's always a question, can an NC2A Division I swimmer who only knows short course be as good at long course swimming? With Gretchen Walsh, I don't think it's an issue, though the field for her races is extremely competitive. Most notably, swimmers like Simone Manuel, Tori Husky, and Abby Weitzel. Despite Gretchen breaking so many records in her freestyle events, I think she's poised to break the world record in the 100-meter fly and take gold in Paris in that event. Those are my thoughts anyway. Am I way off base? Leave a comment below with your predictions. So we've tested a jammer and we've tested a brief. What's next? Well, I've never had a square cut suit. One reason I'm testing all these different styles is that they just weren't available when I was a competitive swimmer. We didn't have jammers. It was really just different sizes of briefs. So it's fascinating all the different styles that swimmers have to choose from today. So let's go shopping.
Off to Amazon, where I searched for men's square cut swimsuit. Unlike most of my previous searches where I included a brand name, this time I wanted to see what a broader search would yield. As expected, I found Speedo and Tier, but there were many brands I hadn't heard of, such as Mizak, Kufandi, Tad Lee, Zonballon, Aimpact, Fitang, K898, and Ease Juicy, to name a few. Genuinely intrigued, I googled Fitang to see what I could find, but they only seemed to sell on eBay and Amazon and didn't have a website. Next, I took a look at a few of K898's Amazon pages. When I clicked to go to the K98 store, it took me to a page called KGKE, not K898, where I saw that they were primarily selling skirts and swimsuits, an interesting combination. I also noticed that despite the tennis skirts, they were focused on swimming sports. When reading the customer feedback, I found a reoccurring theme that can be summed up best with this review. Don't expect to have these for years. Within 1 year, they lost all elasticity and were very baggy. Also, don't go down in size. They get thin when stretched too far. I did a bit more digging and discovered that KGKE is not a brand. Rather, it's a clothing manufacturer in China. Finding their website, I discovered the same swimsuits that they were selling in bulk. Going back to the K898 page, I found the name of the company that's responsible for the Amazon page. Now, if I had to formulate a theory, I'd suggest that this trading company in China has no direct affiliation with the KGKE manufacturer. They are selling the suits on Amazon and using the name K898 as a subtle layer to distance themselves from the manufacturer's name. The truth is that anyone, myself included, can begin selling these KGKE suits on Amazon because the manufacturer is selling them to anyone with a credit card. So just understand, when you buy a KGKE suit off Amazon from this K898 seller, you aren't buying a brand name suit. You're buying a suit directly from the manufacturer that is being significantly marked up by an intermediary. These suits cost a little over $3 a piece when purchased in bulk, so don't expect quality in either the construction or in the type of materials used. Now paranoid at being swindled, I ended up buying a Tyreco suit because I was interested in the Tyreco textile, which Tyr says is constructed from recycled fabric and requires less energy to produce, thus creating a lower level of CO2 pollution in the environment. Good for you, Tyr.
Right, here we go, guys. The suit just arrived. Looks like we got another polo bag. Here it is all laid out. Definitely square cut, as promised. Tyreco fabric. 250 plus hours of performance. 80% recycled nylon, 20% extra life, lycra spandex. That's for the body of the suit. The lining, 92% polyester, 8% spandex. Made in China. Looks like we have a heat-applied logo. The stitching is nice. It's what I've come to expect from Tyr products. One thing I wanted to show you was this Speedo suit that I found in a box recently, and I hadn't seen it in decades. It's actually one of my old University of Washington racing suits. First off, it's a size 28. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit into that. Made in the USA. I didn't realize suits were made in the USA back then. What you're looking at is a 100% American-made Speedo suit from the University of Washington, which is a relic because the University of Washington no longer has a swim team. May they rest in peace.
All right, guys, now that we have the suit, it's time to test it out. Come on, let's go. All right, it's 5:10 in the morning. I'm on my way to the pool to test the square cut suit. My honest assessment of the suit is it's a good suit, although I feel it kind of dragging in the back, which was kind of annoying, right where the tag is. But in terms of leg movement, it's really good. Definitely would wear it again for practice. It's a little bit saggy in the sides, which is a little unexpected. We'll go a little more here. All right, that was a successful test. And here's the suit. My opinion of the boxer cut is that it falls right between the brief and the jammer. I think from a practice suit standpoint, it's really kind of built for people who want to be a little bit more modest. I felt like this tag area was really loose on me from a fit standpoint. I also felt like it was kind of getting baggy on the thighs. I noticed that some of the other guys that I swim with wear this boxer cut. And in all cases, when I was looking around, I saw the same thing happening. A little bit of baggy wrinkle in the thigh, a little bit of riding up. I think it's just the nature of this particular style. In terms of this actual Tyr suit, which I would consider to be a middle grade suit in terms of price, I'm gonna give this a 4-star rating. It's a good suit, it's a good practice suit. That 80/20 nylon is very common. It gives good elasticity, but it eventually does wear out. I would give this a season, maybe 2 of hard swimming before the rear end will start to become sheer. So the question is, what makes a good brand? Why does Katie Ledecky sign with Tyr and Caleb Dressel sign with Speedo? How do the major brands keep being the major brands? My opinion is that brands like Speedo, Arena, Tyr, continue to be good brands because they are constantly listening to their customers and delivering what their customers want. So if your target customer is a competitive swimmer, you need to deliver performance. You need to be flexible as the sport changes to be able to continue to deliver that performance.
Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching today. Smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, and let me know in the comments below how you choose a swimwear brand. Is it based on price alone? Or do you pay attention to brands in the marketplace? Does the quality or type of fabric ever play a role? And speaking of quality, if you're interested in a great practice suit made here in America, just go to dualaquatics.com and get on our waitlist for 10% off the new S1 training series. Because when they drop, we will run out. Remember, every race is a battle. It's time to duel. And I'll leave you all with this wonderful view